Okay, sweetie peeties, today we're going to look at a lesson about the compound subject. And it's found on page 179, and you're going to need a highlighter and a pencil or pen to do the assignment. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin at the top. The compound subject. Compound means two or more. Okay, so the compound subject has two or more nouns or pronouns that are the same, or excuse me, that are the subject of the same verb. Okay, so they share a verb. All right, subjects joined by and. Let's circle and. This is a big deal. Usually take a plural verb. So let's look at an example. Kaio and I are. Are is plural, not is. Okay, Kyle and I are building a model together. Two people are building the model. Okay, look at the next one. Light, warmth, and water, that's three things, act together. Now, if you were saying just one of those things, light acts as a da-da-da-da-da, or warmth acts, just know that singular, write this down, singular verbs end in S. Okay, they're going to always have an S at the end of them. So act did not have an S on the end of it, so it should be plural for these three things. Okay, three things act together. You're going to need the plural verb act. Okay, compound subjects that name only one person or thing take a singular verb. So let's just look at that or look at the example. It makes sense this way. Red beans and rice, that's one dish, is. So that one dish, there's my singular that ends in S, my singular verb. Red beans and rice is inexpensive and healthy. Next one. Singular subjects joined by or nor. Ooh, this is good. Take a singular verb. Either grandfather or Julie has. Now, you always go with the one closest. So, Julie has. Has is singular, Julie is singular. Neither fog nor rain stops. Okay, rain is singular. Stops has a singular S on the end of it. It's singular. That's good. Now, this one here, when the singular subject and plural subject are joined by or nor, the subject agrees with the subject nearer the verb. So the same thing up there. It's the same rule. Either the peaches or, see, it's joined by or, the watermelon is. So we take the subject that's closest to the verb. Watermelon is singular, is singular. Now let's say we flipped it. Either the watermelon or the peaches. Peaches is plural. So it's closest to the verb. That means that verb is going to be plural. That's only when it's joined by or nor, not and. Okay? So here's another one. The peaches are fine for dessert, and so is the watermelon. Now that's just changing it. The watermelon is fine for dessert. That's just so you don't have to worry about this. Don't even worry about that. Put an X over that. That's goofy stuff. You got to know this rule on the PSAT as well. So it's basically the noun that's closest to the verb determines if it's going to be singular or plural. Watermelon was singular, singular. Peaches is plural, plural. Let's bump all the way down. Exercise 7. Choosing verbs that agree in number with their subjects. In each of the following sentences, underline the correct form of the verb in the parentheses. So Charles and Pang, that's joined by and, so it's combo, are. Okay, here's the rule. When it's joined by and, they take the plural verb. Okay, number 1. Either, or, so we know it's going to be this rule here, the or rule. Either the tuba or the saxophones. Now you have to go with the noun that's sitting closest to the verb. Saxophones is plural, so we know it's not the verb that ends in S, it's the other one. Either the tuba or the saxophones play first. So we take the one that's sitting closest, you pick this one's plural, so you have to pick the plural verb. Okay, now I want you to do number 2 through 25 on the next page. Look back at these rules to know what you're doing. I mean, look back and see, is it joined with and, or is it joined with or nor? And then you know, you always take the subject that's near the verb when it's or nor. Okay, so I'm going to ask you just to pause the video right now, do number 2 through 25, check carefully, know why you're doing things, and then come back on and I'll have the answers in about 5 seconds, okay? Check your answers carefully, make corrections, ask questions. This will eventually be on a quiz someday, and it'll always be in your writing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and switch the answers up now. Okay, so check your answers here. I'll slide it down in just a second. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, I'm going to pause if you haven't gotten down to number 14. Here comes number 15 through 25. There you go. You can pause the video again and check your work. And as I mentioned, ask questions if you have any, okay? I'd love to answer your questions. Ask questions after you check carefully. All right, thank you.